Brooklyn Independent Television.
Yes, we're still experiencing the worst economic environment in decades. Yes, we're cutting corners and keeping an eye out for all sorts of recession specials. But sometimes you just need to feel special, despite the recession. And what feels more like a special occasion, especially in a city like Brooklyn, than treating yourself to a big, fat, fresh-off-the-truck Maine lobster?
We got some major lobsters this weekend.
Yeah, that couple 3 pounds. Oh, beautiful.
You know, I have one 3-pounder. We are a lobster pound. We sell live lobster. We're located in Red Hook, which is formerly a very big fishing community. It was loading docks. It's where a lot of produce and fish and food and everything was brought into New York. Now, this is very unusual for us. We do not specialize in the biggies, but this guy is 3.5 pounds. This business was really my husband's idea. We had this building in Red Hook that we bought. He operates his business out of one side of it. We had a tenant in this side, and they had moved out. So we were in Maine with my family last November. We picked up some lobster on the docks. It was very reasonably priced. We brought it back to New York. We pigged out, and my husband turns to me and says, "We should open a lobster pound in that vacant space in our building on Brunt Street." And I said to him, "You've had a lot of business ideas, honey. I've poo-pooed a lot of them. This one is just strange enough to actually work." They wanted to see the big granddaddy.
He's in there.
I showed it to him.
It was just one of the 99 things that I've probably tried in my life, and this one seems to have stuck.
Did you see the new equipment I got?
Yeah, it's awesome.
We got a steal on that lowboy.
I think it's a year where people have to seriously think about, you know, how they can, with nothing, use their own ingenuity to come up with something that works and find a little niche and work it.
It's in pretty good condition.
That's an awesome condition. I did some research on it, called some of the people, went up to Maine. It's all based on relationships, who you know, what you know, and it's probably some of the best tasting lobster that people associate the state of Maine with.
Are you gonna like cut it up and put it on crackers and make a salad, or?
Are you gonna put it on a salad or put it in a cold soup? Not sure yet.
Yum. Two should be fine.
Okay.
We decided that there's really no reason you shouldn't be able to eat lobster outside of Maine as long as it tastes exactly as it is when you are in Maine. Our business is different from the other competition, let's say selling lobsters. Our main competition is Fairway right down the road. And while I really love the guys at Fairway, they deal on a more commercial basis. Our business is all about freshness. My husband literally picks up the lobster from the boats on Thursday at about 2 in the afternoon, brings them back, and they are in our tanks by Thursday evening. It is probably the freshest lobster you can get in New York City.
Feel how cold that is?
$100.
That's how cold it is in Maine. Because that's where, that's where they came from, Maine. The drive to Maine. The drive to Maine is a round trip. It's usually a game of poker with most of the people that I deal with. You find out who's got the best for the best price. 3 1/4, is that okay? And I figured, look, let's throw something against the wall, see where it goes. And people come here and they eat lobster that's either 5.5 or 6 hours old, out of water. Okay, so email us and let us know how it is.
Oh, okay.
All right?
The publicity is like a steamroller. I couldn't have expected that it was going to be as successful.
We started out with maybe 100 pounds, 150 pounds, and then we had an article on a blog, and then it went up to like 350, 400 pounds. And now it's a constant 500, 550. Last week it was 600 pounds. A lot. It's a lot. The 1 1/4 to 1 3/4, perfect. Okay. 6 to 8 minutes max.
Okay. We didn't expect to be so successful so soon. This was supposed to be a hobby business. My husband has another business. I have 2 other businesses. We have 2 children. We now are a little more focused on a bigger future. We are in the process of building a brand, which is being built faster than we can imagine. Hello.
This is the famous lobster pound.
It's the famous lobster pound. Would you like some lobster?
If I can do something where people here can get their families together, you know, most of the time it's the 2 parents are working just to make ends meet. It's hundreds of dollars to feed your family. Come here, depending on how many are in your family, you can have yourself a feast. And that's what I'm providing.
We're trying to keep a luxury product available to the community at a reasonable price. We do intend slowly to bring in some more products, but definitely some prepared foods, the lobster rolls, which are going to be, I promise, the best, most reasonably priced lobster rolls in New York City. Maybe some lobster roll carts in Soho, maybe another location in Manhattan or Brooklyn somewhere. We're going to take it slow, and we're going to make sure that we make the right decisions.
That's a meal. That's a very serious meal.
Brooklyn Independent Television on the BCAT TV network.